What's up guys? So I'll be getting a student at the end of May and it will be my first student. The rotation will be 11 weeks long. So I thought I'd talk about some of my experiences when I was a student and some tips that I can give to students going into clinicals and how to make the most out of it. So the first important tip will be communication. I think it's so important to communicate with your CI about what you know, what you've learned in school, what you don't know, so everyone's on the same page and there won't be any misunderstandings. And make sure you communicate throughout the whole rotation. To tie into communication, I think it's also important to be a good listener. Make sure you listen to your CI, listen to your patients, listen to your coworkers. I heard this quote and I thought it was very interesting and very true. It's not about how much you know, but about how much you care. And I think in order to do that and be a good clinician is you have to listen. The second tip will be about confidence. I think it's very important to be confident but not arrogant. I know this can be difficult because I struggled with this during my first clinicals, and something that helped me overcome it was I just had no choice. I was kind of thrown into a rotation where my CI was pretty strict, and in the next setting I had to do evaluations with no private rooms out in the open. There's always people around, so you kind of get used to it, but at first it's always a little scary. But I think through practice and kind of knowing that you already got to this point doing the rotation, so you're done with the schooling, you have the knowledge, and now you just kind of have to apply it and be confident with introducing yourself to patients, treating patients, and just interactions. And even if you don't know something, be confident about that as well. The third tip will be preparation. Make sure you prepare for your clinicals. Even if your CI doesn't have anything for you to prepare ahead of time, just look up kind of what diagnoses you'll be seeing in different settings. So when I was going into my neuro rotation with the spinal cord unit, my CI told me to kind of review spinal cord injury patients, multiple sclerosis, and ALS. Those are the main diagnoses that we were seeing there. So I kind of just looked over general stuff, nothing in depth. You don't have to know the pathophysiology of the diagnoses, but maybe some treatment ideas, the typical presentations that they present, the symptoms that they have, and stuff like that. But I think that's very important. So whether your CI tell you or not, just make sure you kind of review that. It will definitely make you more confident as well. So tip number 4 is safety. This is a very big one. You want to keep your patients safe. You don't want to hurt anyone. So make sure, put on a gait belt if they need it. Even if they don't need it, be on the safe side, and you might not have to use it, but stay close to your patients. And this definitely applies to all settings. In outpatient, even if they're higher level, but sometimes they have post-op precautions, so make sure you know those, review those, chart review ahead of time. You don't want to miss anything important. And also in hospital settings, falls, also post-op precautions. But transfers, make sure you practice your transfers with classmates, and because sometimes you have patients that require total assist, max assist, so make sure your techniques are good so you're not hurting yourself as well. And the last tip number 5, is to have fun. This is the time to learn and make the most of your experience, and definitely this is the time for people to figure out what setting they want to go into and specialize. So definitely do your very best, and you'll make mistakes, hopefully not too big of mistakes, and this is a time to kind of learn what kind of clinician you'll be. It's going to be fun, so enjoy the journey. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope some of these tips are helpful, and thanks for watching.